Renee!
Whoa, yours is so much better. Damn it.
No, yours is pretty good,
I
though.
thought mine was going to have a little more like gusto to it, but yours really packs a punch.
Oh, thank you.
You bring that thing home?
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
that yell at
My
home
dogs
sometimes?
hear that all the time.
Okay, let's just get right into sort of the nitty gritty of what is your problem lately? You've got, what are you in? Are you out with conglomeration? What's going on with you and Orange? You seem a little difficult lately.
Oh, difficult. Well, I don't know. I'd like to say the problem's Orange, but yeah, we can put it on me.
Okay.
But
You just seem like you're the one not wanting to participate, or maybe you've got something else bubbling underneath the surface.
well, it's just one of these situations where, obviously the unfortunate thing that, happened to my best friend, Adam.
Yeah.
And, me and Kyle were kind of lost there for a second. And his suggestion was to hang around his other friends.
Right.
And, I get it. The vibe is happy, go lucky. Everyone's like, yay, you're the best, you're the best. But if you look at my record and the things that I've done since I've been around them, it has not been the best. And I didn't come to AEW to just be another name on the roster. Mm-hmm. I'm not here to, just have fun, get some new friends.
You're not here for the hang.
Nah, we got to win and then hang.
Sure. Yeah. That's a much more fun hang.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And I just, being around them, even with Kyle out, I'm trying to be the best friend that I possibly can be to Kyle and still associate with them, the conglomeration. But, there are some things with Orange that, I don't think I've fully let go from before when he was the international champion. Mm-hmm. And he just kept bugging me until I had to beat him for the title, and he was just annoying me so much. And then just being around him more now is very frustrating because I'm used to being around people that are going to push me. They're going to challenge me. They're going to make me, continue to improve and become my best self. And
you don't think you get that with Orange?
No, it kind of feels like I get like participation trophies.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And as a competitor and as a father, I'm not a fan of participation trophies.
Yeah.
I either
get that.
want to, give it my all and win, or just not do it at all. And it's one of those situations where, I don't know, just so frustrated, and you realize a change is necessary. You see other people doing other things.
Yeah.
They've made changes in their life and they progress.
Is there somewhere else that you think you could either be a better fit? Is this going to be a solo mission? How do you sort of see that change coming to fruition?
I know the people that are pushing each other.
Yeah.
And questioning each other in the time of that being a necessary thing, and it's
I want to be a part of that.
It's very attractive to me.
Yeah, I don't doubt.
Yeah, it's just, I feel, especially at this point in my career, it's an extremely necessary thing for me.
Are you sort of feeling that pressure at this point in your career of like, what else do I want to do? What are you feeling sort of, figuring out what the next chapter is going to look like for you, what the legacy of Roderick Strong is going to look like in the next couple years? When you look at Adam Cole, the unfortunate stuff that's happened with him, Kyle O'Reilly is on the shelf currently. I mean, is that stuff that kind of weighs on you?
Oh, 100%. And, I still have a lot of goals, believe it or not. Like, there are so many things still left to be done here in AEW for me. And I just, like I said, just keep going back to like, I'm a part of it, but I'm not it. And that is something that, especially at this point, knowing that whenever the time comes that I'll be done, that's closer to me starting my career.
Right.
And, I really feel like I need to be in the best situation to give myself a chance to accomplish those things.
Yeah.
And
what is the feeling for you afterwards? Because you've had some really great singles matches. I know you've been on a losing streak as of late, but you are still one of those guys that I think a lot of people love to be across the ring from. What is your takeaway after you've had one of those great matches?
What could I have done better? Why was that night not my night? Why does this keep happening to me? What am I doing with myself? What is just going on? If I look at the landscape of my career, I haven't always been the most dominant person, but I'm a very persistent person. I'm a relentless person, and I won't stop until I get what I want.
Yeah.
And when I won the international, championship, I thought that was gonna kind of be my vehicle to cement a lot of things, but I think there's more out there for me now.
Yeah.
Because it didn't go quite like I expected.
Yeah.
I just want to get in there, and I don't know, it feels sometimes that when I go out there I have to remind people of who I am.
Right.
Instead of them knowing and having their own expectations of me.
Do you think that is sort of lent from the roster that we have? Because we have so many incredible people. It's not like there's just like one or two standouts. Like, you guys are all fucking mega stars that have been in this business for a long time, that we all know can go and have these incredible matches. Do you think that kind of comes from like the people that we're surrounded by?
Oh, 100%. And that's the thing that lights a fire under my ass, is the fact that the roster is so good. And there are so many people that are just, at the highest level. I need to be in there with them more.
Yeah.
I need, because I don't know, I guess, I kind of fell into the trap of, I feel like I have to remind people, and then I'm just reminding myself, and then I'm like, well, what are you doing? And that leads back to being around people that are constantly making you check your ego, your work ethic, what you're bringing to the table, and making that a little bit more consistent, I
guess, speaking of that work ethic, because when you go home, you're still surrounded by all of that work ethic, and I know you have your own incredible work ethic. How do you take your foot off the gas pedal? How do you sort of unwind when you're going home and Marina's there and she's constantly working? She's always you guys are always doing shit.
Yeah.
What's the downside of, not the downside of that, but just when you can kind of relax a little bit?
When no one's
home.
Do
you?
When no one's home.
Yeah.
I just, I'll sit on the couch. It's definitely something I've learned. It's become a learned habit for me, because it's, if you ask anyone that's kind of ever been around me, I'm just constantly at home. Ding, 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 ding. I would never watch TV sitting down. I just got all this energy. But I live with an example of how necessary change is.
Me too.
And how you need to, you see what I'm saying? And you need to surround yourself by people with similar approaches, similar ideas, similar attitude, and that is, one of the great things about, my household is drive. If it is not there, it is definitely questioned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what is going on with you at that time? How can we move beyond that? And but it is a constant source of motivation.
I do know that a way that you like to blow off steam is picking weeds.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Why is picking weeds so satisfying to you? How long? What are you doing? What's your tool? Do you go out there with a spoon?
Oh.
Just a hand?
Oh, yeah.
Do you glove it?
50-50.
Okay.
Usually no, but you start with the weeds and you get to the bushes and it just turns into a whole thing. But I don't know, I actually fell in love with landscaping when I was 12 years old. So
why? How?
I just did it as a summer job for a few years.
Okay.
Not growing up where I really necessarily had a good yard or had a good house or had a good anything. You understand, it's not, I do it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just look and you clear it, and just anything projects, just getting it done, and then you look at it and the satisfaction that you feel.
What are some of the other things that fulfill that satisfaction of having your own house and having this beautiful life that you've been able to build for yourself and not having had all of those things all the time?
Oh, sheesh. One, just waking up in the morning and looking at my big backyard and being like, holy shit, that backyard's bigger than my yard.
Yeah.
It used to be.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just being able to go outside and play soccer with my son constantly and just, you know, being surrounded by great neighbors. It's just the whole, I don't know, it's like movie-like, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a good, friendly neighborhood. It's just, I don't know, and there's just so much shit to do and to build up and, you know, thinking about the future of it and our little homestead style
Yeah.
place and being self-sufficient, just, you know, just stuff I never thought I would do.
How has being a dad changed you? I know that's sort of like a broad question, but like as an athlete, as a partner, like all of these things and providing this life for your child, how's that kind of changed for you in the last several years?
It's kind of interesting because I think wrestling kind of opened my eyes to it because I feel like this is the most selfish, selfless job ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, you're selfishly doing it for yourself, but you're not doing it for yourself, and you're just, you know, it's
Yeah.
kind of that, like, how selfless you really have to be.
Yeah.
But you also, at times, have to be selfish so you can be your best self.
Yeah.
And, like, learning patience, that was something, like, I wasn't, like, my wife, she grew up with people coming over, parties all the time, dinners, all this kind of crap. I never grew up in that. I was alone a lot.
Yeah.
My parents were doing their thing, and, you know, one just,
Are you an only child?
I have a half sister.
Okay.
But she lived with me maybe like 7 years of my life.
Okay.
So it's just one of those things where, you know, one, it took me quite some time to get used to having people around kind of
Yeah.
constantly
Yeah.
because I used to be able to just do my own thing, go wrestle and then come and seclude myself and then go back.
Right.
And just how much, you know, being there for people and like means to me and the fact that, you know, I get to be there for my son. He gives
Yeah.
me that opportunity.
Yeah.
And I try not to take it for granted.
Would you say that a love of your performing comes from your dad?
That.
Do people know this about your dad? Sometimes I forget when I'm interviewing somebody if it's common knowledge or it's something we spoke about before about your dad being an Elvis impersonator. Do people know this?
Oh, I've definitely said it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think to a point, but I also feel like I got some of his shyness
Okay.
in the sense of it, you know, like, and, you know, to watch him when I was younger, to see the development in him of just
Yeah.
being comfortable of like, you know, him experiencing his first TV, like little segments and how much different it felt when the red light was on. And
Yeah.
we were performing for a bunch of people at a bar or whatever. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that brought me around it and, you know, let me just kick his ass so much. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I got to get out all my teenage frustrations on him.
Walk up, brother.
Oh,
Coming in hot.
I remember like his last match that he had. He was wrestling my tag partner at the time, and I remember I was on the outside. Boom, boom, and he goes, "If you do that one more time, I'm gonna kick your
Seems to
fucking
be a
ass."
common theme for you lately, really landing it on family members.
Oh, hey, I give what I want. I give what I want.
Fair.
It just lets me know I'm loved.
That's fair. You have incredible work ethic. You've been doing this for such a long time. You've bounced around through different promotions. You've been able to grow your career to what it is today. What influences you now? Is it a lot of the same stuff you go back to, or do you find new things to stay influenced by and stay like engaged by?
I think for example, when I got to Ring of Honor, I realized how much, like my peers, and specific peers, I will like pick out people that I feel have like attributes and things that like I feel like I have, but maybe I'm not using it to my full potential and just using my surroundings for inspiration kind of constantly.
It's always from like within wrestling that you pull your inspiration.
I mean, my entrance music is like probably like the thing that fires me up the most.
Yeah.
Like I can't hear that
Do you
song.
work out to your?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't. If I really need it and I'm doing something at home, I'll do it. But it's like one of those things where like the minute I hit, I just feel like I'm in
Yeah.
work mode. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Lock
Like,
in.
I like black out and I'm like, fucking, let's just do this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I try to, you know, if I'm looking like from a movie standpoint or whatever, it's hard for me to because I don't have as much control over that
Right.
in the sense of like, say, a character of what I would like to be. But yeah, just same kind of thing. People's relentlessness and their, you know, their determination to get something done or whatever it may be, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if I was surrounded by just all these, you know, which I guess I am, just amazing people that are working their ass off, and
Yeah.
like, you know, and I also draw inspiration from what people aren't doing
Okay.
in the sense of what not to do.
Okay.
And it kind of keeps me in check with myself. And that's something like as a kid, just growing up the way I did, it was like, oh, this doesn't feel right. I don't need to move in that direction. So, yeah, because you got a mixed bag of all that. So
Sure.
I'm like, I need to be more like that because I know I have that in me. I don't need to be like that.
Right.
Because then I'll be doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes that's the best way to stay like, hey, anything to avoid what's happening over here.
Yes.
Send me in that direction. You know, some of the relationships that you've cultivated within this industry, we talk about Kyle, we talk about Adam. How have those sort of changed over the years as well? I mean, from working in different promotions to growing together to just always sort of having that like through line through your guys' careers to come back together.
It's been amazing. I mean, Kyle's actually one of the people I spend most of my time with. We train together every week, multiple times a week, and we're in contact. And, you know, just seeing each other at this phase of our life and seeing, you know, how our relationship has grown and the things we talk about and the things that interest us and how, you know, it's just, I just feel happy that I'm like, oh, I did a good job. These are good friends right here. These are good
They're
people.
good guys.
Yeah, because, you know, growing up in life, you run it, you're like, oh, this person's my friend. Oh, they're not my friend.
Right,
And it's just one of those things. And that even ties back to all the stuff with conglomeration for me, because it's a matter of like surrounding yourself with people that are going to give you what you need and you be able to give them what they need.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's where some of my discomfort comes from in the sense of all that, because I'm feeling unsatisfied with that.
Right. Interesting. Okay.
But who knows? I mean, maybe it could all be me. Maybe I'm just being a guarded, difficult human. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I guess time will tell. Time will tell how things sort of shake out and how those relationships grow and develop. Well, thanks for sitting down with me, Roddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Finally.
I know.
Yeah.